Today we are going to read Busy Buzzers, Bees in Your Backyard. Oh, Miss Burns has bees in her backyard. We have some hives in our yard, and they are everywhere, all over my flowers. A flower's friend. Don't you just love flowers? They're so bright and pretty, and they smell so good. But wait! Don't stick your nose too close to that one. There's a honeybee on it. You don't have to be scared, though. It won't sting you as long as you don't bother it. Why do you think there are so many bees here in the flower garden? Why do you think? Let's see. It's because flowers aren't just pretty to a bee. They're lunch. Bees drink nectar, which is a sweet liquid found in flowers. A bee's tongue is a long tube that works like a drinking straw. It can be rolled up or held out straight. As they eat, bees do something good for the plants too. If you look closely, you will see that this bee's legs are covered with a yellowish powder. Do you know what that yellowish powder is called? That powder is called pollen. Comes from inside the flowers. As bees fly about, they spread pollen from one flower to another. That helps the plants make seeds. Honeybees also collect pollen and feed it to their young. Hives and honey. Look, there's a beehive inside that old tree stump. The bees made the hive out of wax from their bodies. They filled the hive with thousands of tiny rooms called cells. As many as 50,000 bees could be living inside the hive. All the bees work together as a team or a colony. There are 20,000 kinds of bees in the world. Not all bees live in colonies. The main job of a honeybee colony is, what do you think? Oh, yes, they make honey. The bees' bodies turn nectar into honey. Then the bees store the honey in the cells of the hive. The honey is food for all the bees in the colony. Now get this. It takes 55,000 bees and 2 million flowers to make 1 pound of honey. Wow, that's a lot of bees. The queen bee. In a beehive, every bee has an important job to do. The queen bee lays the eggs. She doesn't have time to do anything else. In the summer, she lays between 1,200 and 2,000 eggs every day. Male bees, called drones, mate with the queen as they fly high in the air. After mating, the males die. There can be only one queen in the colony. Other bees might kill extra queens or kick them out of the hive. Sometimes the queens battle with one another until only one is left. So how many queen bees can be in the hive? One in their colony. Busy bees, the worker bees, which are all female, do everything else. They feed the queen and take care of the young. They look for flowers and bring nectar and pollen back to the hive. They clean the hive and build new cells. Worker bees fan their wings to keep the hive at just the right temperature. In very hot weather, they bring water to the hive to cool it down. At our house, we have a bird bath sitting outside of the hive so that the bees can go get water from it. And my husband, he puts water in it every day. Dancing bees. Bees have a great way of talking to one another by dancing. If a bee finds a lot of tasty flowers, it goes back to the hive and flies in the shape of an 8. This is called a waggle dance. From that dance, the other bees can tell where the flowers are, how far away they are, and even how good they are. Bees also dance to show that more bees are needed to find flowers or to make nectar into honey. Summer sounds. Can you make the bee a buzzing sound? Oh, you did. That sounds good. Shh, close your eyes. Do you hear a quiet buzzing sound? Bees buzz like that by making their wings shiver. They're trying to loosen grains of pollen in the flowers. Doesn't it sound like summer? Yes. Thank you for reading this book with me today.